Welcome back to Sports Queen Football Family. Kaizer Chiefs are once again in the spotlight, not for lifting trophies, but for the pressure building on the technical team after another disappointing result. With the Cedric Kaizer leading the deluge and fans calling for change, we ask the big question: is it time for Chiefs to bring a new coach? In today's video, we'll break down the latest draw management response and look at who will the realistically take over if changes are made. So before we get into it, don't forget to like, subscribe, and tell us in comment, do you think Kaizer is the right man for the job, or should the chief move on? Let's go into it. Make the match end 1-1. So let's see Kaizer Chief performance. In early, Kaizer made his debut with a well-taken goal in the first half, giving Chief the lead. Defensive effort, the defense managed to keep Gallant at bay for the most of the match. Missed the opportunities. Gaston Serrano missed the crucial penalty, which could have extended Chief lead. In Gallant response, equalized. Jason Clifford 75 minutes, strike revived in the score for Gallant. Despite being away, Gante showcased determination and capitalized. The Chief missed the chances. So, inconsistent finishing while Chief had the opportunity to extend their lead, they failed to capitalize, not by missing a penalty. Defensive solid, the defense held firm for the most of the match but couldn't prevent Gallant equalize. Midfield control, Chief struggled to maintain control in the midfield, allowing Gallant to gain momentum. So, league standing, the draw extend Chief winless, run to 3 match cross all competition, highlighting ongoing consistent understand in coaches Cedric Kaizer and Halil bin Yosef. So upcoming fixture, Chief will need to regroup and focus on converting opportunities in the next match to improve their standing. So the draw 1-1 against Marumo Giant to F1B Stadium underscore Kaizer Chief going challenges in converting chances and maintain control throughout the match. While the defenders show resilience, missed the opportunities and lapses midfield control, allowing Giant to equalize moving forward, Chief will need to address this issue to secure victories and improve their position in the league standing. So according to Kaizer Chief result, is there need of new coach? Of course, yes. First is poor recent result and draw trophies for many seasons. They have gone many seasons without silverware. Even under different coaches, they haven't been able to deliver trophies consistent. In 2023-24 season, performance dropped in the second round. Under interim coach Cavin Johnson, they won very few games. Interim coaches Chief have used interim coaches like Cavin, showing instability in the head coach role. Management and media voices have criticized Chief for changing coaches too often, hinting that a more stable long-term coach is needed. So in club leadership, acknowledge the problem. Kaizer Chief officials, including Kaizer Moutang, have said they have planned to change the technical structure. They acknowledge that the current state is unsatisfactory. Chairman Dr. Kaizer Moutang has said that any new coach need time and a clear structure to work and they aren't expecting instant success, which implies awareness that the current approach hasn't been yet result. In criticism of technical decision recruitment, there are remarks that some coaches weren't allowed to bring their own technical staff, which Chief leadership later said was a mistake. Some signings are judged in lack of quality. They suggested recruitment for players, management, which are under the coach and technical director, or areas the improve are believed to be needed. So what to imply? Is new coach really needed? Yes, a new coach seems necessary because the club has been underperforming. The squad seems unachieved and the structure supporting around the coaches has been weak or inconsistent. The current setup has not produced silverware or stable performance. But it is not just about who the coach is. It is also about how the club supports them, giving them time, letting them bring their own staff, improving recruitment, establishing long-term plans. The club appears to recognize this. They have said that they are working on the tactical structure, looking for the someone long-term, wanting to avoid make the some mistake. Example, this allowing a coach to bring in his own technical team. So what about the Cedric Kaizer? According to this, does he fail after this some time? It is not fair to say definitively that Cedric has failed at chief. He has had both success and challenges. What we can say is that his teenager has shown mixed results in a way that is judged as failure or potential success, depending on expectations, support, and content. So, evidence of positive rebuilding work and vision. Out of this role, Kaizer spoke about big project of restoring chief to where they belong, emphasized hardworking, unity, and consistency. He also stressed that there are building a culture of togetherness and addressing defensive weakness from the past season. In defensive move improvement teamwork, in recent matches, Kaz has praised the team defensive discipline and collective effort. After a couple of good performances, he noted that Chief now look more like team, supporting the idea that you need the structure improving. Handling criticism pressure, he has publicly defended the head coach players when they have been criticized. Example, after a derby loss, suggests he play stable role in talent. He also warned against over celebration and instead of team it is not arrive, showing mindset grounded in long-term goals. So in challenges, inconsistent in result, the team has had poor losses. Example, 4-1 defeat the Supersport United when Kaizer was absent, which pointed to a broad structure or tactical weakness. There have been criticals that the team concede too much, especially from set pieces or rebound. Ish Kaizer himself admits need to work. Also limit control being in asset. As an assistant coach, his power is limited. He support but doesn't have final say. Some mistake or failure may stem from strategy or managerial decision beyond the control. Expectation also chief a big club with a high expectation. When the team underperform, it is easy for the assistant coach and technical staff to be judged harsh, even for problems not full in their domain. So, did Kaizer fail? No, he has not outright failed, in this sense that he has shown positive contribution, defensive structure, unity, and vision, and is still part of rebuilding process. But he has not yet delivered consistent, standout success in terms of many trophies or dominant run, and there are gaps of loss. In short, Kaizer is a work in progress achieved. He has potential and has made positive impact, but whether he will succeed or be judged failure depends on how things go from here. More consistent, better result and delivering on experience. So what about the management saying about this? Acknowledging high coach turnover need patterns, Bomo Tang, chief football manager, admit the club he had many coaching changes and emphasized that decisions are not made overnight. He said they have workshop and executive session to reflect on their culture chief way and to try to stabilize decision making. He also claimed that whatever happened, wins or losses, management takes responsibility. Is not in a separate interview. He noted that tradition, the club doesn't chop and change coach quickly, but they feel pressure from fans and result nowadays. On finding a new coach, Chief Chairman Dr. Mutang said that any new coach should be given time to settle and build. You can't expect instant result. In the same interview, he said that they had identified some names, but none were immediately available, so they were waiting for the right moment. The club indicated that there is process in place of appointing a new coach at an appropriate time. In support for coaches structure, Ligan and pundits associated with the chief have urged the club to allow coaches to bring their own technical staff, arguing that restricting this undermine the coach effectiveness. Shine Mgoger, a former chief icon, said chief should be open the coach coming with his own team, suggests management flexibility is needed. Also manage coach alignment understanding. In March 2025, head coach Nazim Nabi, now he is not available in team, said that he and chief management had shared understanding. They know where the team is, what needs fixing, and they are aligned that building is a process. Nabi emphasized that inconsistent in performance is part of the change in rebuilding fast. Guys, thanks for joining. This is Sports Queen. My name is Witness. Enjoy.